And welcome to another evening of high school basketball here on WPTW. Tonight, it is the 18th annual WPTW Piqua Holiday Tournament. And we're happy to bring it to you here on 98.1 FM, 5070 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station. My name is Tom Michaels alongside Jeff Dillon. We got two preliminary games for you coming up here tonight. First of all, the Russia Raiders. They come in with that fine 7-0 record. 4-0 they are in the Shelby County Athletic League. They'll be taking on Bellefontaine, the Chieftains, at 3-2 out of the Central Buckeye Conference, Kenton Trail Division there. Last year, Bellefontaine was 8-15. They're looking to turn that around, and so far, they've gotten off to a good start. For Russia, they lost in the state semi to Richmond Heights, 65-52, and they're hoping for a even further result than that this year. But before we do that, we got a couple of games tonight. I mentioned Russia and Bellefontaine in the first of our semifinals. In the second, Troy Christian is going to be going against homestanding Piqua, and we'll talk more about that game coming up. But Jeff Dillon, we saw an awful lot of Russia last year, particularly in the tournament. This is a team that is much like last year. It's very experienced, and it has very few weaknesses.
Boy, you can say that again. They are just a very solid offensive team. Their execution is flawless at times. Defensively, they play a really tight, stingy defense. They try to protect the lane. So Bellefontaine is really going to have to do a good job of breaking through the front line of that defense to be able to try to get some paint points and fouls drawn.
Well, some of the key runners out there, and most of these names were very much in evidence 1 year ago. You talk about Vince Porchers and Braylon Cordonier. You've also got Mattis Gubo. He's one of the few who is new to the starting lineup. Also, we'll see Benjamin York as well as Zeb Schultze. And they are part of a veteran unit there. Meanwhile, for Bellefontaine, they come in here with Patrick Stoling. He leads the team as 5 points, 3.3 rebounds. But the guys who really do most of the scoring are a guy by the name of Jacob Sawyer and Raylan Newcomb. Raylan Newcomb with 12 points a game, Jacob Sawyer with 11.3, and Jair Monday. He's a forward at 6'3", averaging 13 points and 12 rebounds a contest. Well, Jeff and I will be back with more of our pregame of the first game here of the WPTW Holiday Classic at Piqua High School, Russia and Bellefontaine, right after this 2-minute break here on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
This and That's Candy on Main in downtown Piqua is the perfect place to tame your sweet tooth. They have a huge selection of all different kinds of candy. Don't forget to check out their selection of glass bottle sodas. They even have their own delicious flavors. Whether you're craving some chocolates, saltwater taffy, gummy worms, or anything in between, This and That's has it. Don't forget to use your Spirit cards at checkout for 25% off your order. This and That's Candy on Main, 408 North Main Street in Piqua.
At Roberts Brothers Comfort, we understand a malfunctioning air conditioner can disrupt your daily life. Let our team of experienced technicians ensure your AC unit runs at peak performance at all times. Roberts Brothers Comfort, 937-909-DONE or robertsbrotherscomfort.com.
Go Piqua!
Roberts Brothers Comfort. You're gonna like the way you feel.
And welcome back to Garber Gymnasium here at Piqua High School for the first two games for the varsity today in this Piqua WPTW Holiday Classic. In the JVs earlier, Russia was a 58-33 winner over Bellefontaine, and Troy Christian beats Piqua 29-16. Those games, the championship and the consolation, will be played prior to the varsity games tomorrow. Now, I have been saying that the games tomorrow were at 6 and 7:30. Indeed, they are at 4 and 5:30. That 5:30 game may slip a little bit because we've got the scholarship presentations in between the two games. But tomorrow's games, and we'll have them both here on WPTW and the Indian Nation station. So please join us for that. 4 o'clock for the consolation game and 5:30 or thereabouts for the championship. Russia, their coach is Spencer Cordonier. He has been back with them for the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Henry Stoley is the chief of the Bellefontaine Chieftains. 3-2 the record. 1-1 in the CBC Kenton Trail. For Bellefontaine, they scored a 58-point per game clip, giving up 52. Meanwhile, tell you what, this Russia team also high scoring at 58 per game, but they only give up some 34 per contest. Right now, the officials are down below, shaking the hands of the two coaches as we get ready for this one. A reminder, you can come on out tomorrow and see some good basketball. For the varsity games, it is $8 for adults and $5 for students. We certainly hope that if you got some time tomorrow, come on out. Also want to remind everybody that WPTW is the place for Ohio State football. And knowing that, we got a big game coming up on New Year's Day. 5 o'clock kickoff scheduled there for the Rose Bowl against Oregon. Huge game, huge implications. Hopefully the Buckeyes moving on to further in the championship. Now, we're going to take a break here on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW. once again to the Garby Gymnasium. The two teams being introduced here for the first of our preliminary games. And let's take a look here at, first of all, the Bellefontaine Chieftains. Their coach, Henry Stolle. Patrick Stolle, a junior guard, 6'1", averaging 5 points, 3.3 rebounds. Jair Monday, leading scorer at 13 points, leading rebounder at 12 per game. He is a 6'3" junior forward. Grayson Lotz, junior guard at 6'1", averaging 6 points a game. Braylon Newcomb, senior guard, 5'9", averaging 12 points and 5.5 boards. And Jacob Salyer, senior guard at 6'2", averaging 11.3 points and 6.7 rebounds. For the Russia Raiders, being introduced now, we're going to see Maddox Gobu. He's a shooting guard, a junior. Zeb Schultze, another strong forward, 6'2", a senior. Vince Borchard, the point guard, 6'1", a senior. Benjamin York, he will go between a forward and a guard position, 6'4", senior. And Braylon Cordonier, a strong forward, 6'4", and a senior. Our officials for this game: Nicholas Swink, Steve Marshall, and Kevin Ford. And the white with the blue stripes, gold numbers for Russia, red with black and a little bit of white for Bellefontaine. Happy to have you along here as we are just about ready to go. Good crowd on the other side from Russia, smaller crowd over here from Bellefontaine. Russia's going to control the ball. Vince Borchard's with it. Borchard. They work it around with it. Benjamin York on the handoff. Vince Borchard. Borchard holding high. Looking to spin. Goes to the right elbow. Now into the lane. He'll put it off the glass and in Vince Borchard. He had 20 points in their game against Jackson Center. And he's got the first two in this one. 7:35 left to go in the opening period. Out front with the ball is Braylon Newcomb. Newcomb in the center logo with a left-hand dribble. He works against Vince Borchard. Now drives it to the elbow, into the lane. He'll scoop one up. No, but a foul. First foul of the game will go against the Russia Raiders.
Now, Tom, you know, on both ends of the floor, Russia plays with such great skill. They're all about 6'2". They really, like we talked about, pack it in the paint. That time somebody broke through a gap, so they're going to have to close them up. We got good drivers from Bellefontaine.
Braylon Newcomb, who averages 12 points a game, gets the first free throw. He's only a 33% free throw shooter. One more coming up here as the ball is bounced by the official. Down to Mr. Newcomb. Several bounces to the floor on its way. Kind of a push shot off the plans, no. But rebound taken down, stuck up, no good by Jacob Salyer. On the run the other way it comes. With it, Benjamin York. York stops at the right wing, gets it in the lane for Dominic Francis. Francis will put it up and in.
Such good ball movement. They're patient. They really take their time, but they run really good offense.
Now with the ball down into the left corner. Shot taken, that no good by Grayson Lotz. Ball picked up, scooping it ahead. Vince Borchard has it. Vince Borchard takes it in, and he loses control of the ball, but it is slapped out of bounds. Last one to touch it looks to be Braylon Newcomb. Ball to be inbounded on end line left, and in the lane, put up and in by Braylon Cordonier. 6-1. That's the lead for the Raiders at this point. They get it into the forecourt with it. Salyer off for Newcomb on the baseline. Stolle now underneath. The ball is going to be slapped away, but it is picked up in the near corner by Jair Monday. He has not even had a sniff at it. And right there's an over and back.
They're going to call a foul.
Oh, they're going to call the foul here.
They sure are.
I don't know that I would agree with that one.
Yeah, he was really trying his best to just play good defense, but they called him on the foul.
And that is the second foul against Vince Borchard. This is a very deep team coming into the game, Jackson Grosjean. As here's a lob into the right corner. Jacob Sire, he puts one up. No. Rebound cleared out. Dominic Francis with it. Francis ahead. Francis over to Cordonier. Now in. To the corner it goes to Grosjean. And he'll hit it. 4-3. First tray of the game for either team. Grosjean gets it, and it's 9-1. 5:40 left to go in the first quarter. In the center logo, Patrick Stoley. Stoley switching dribbles as he comes to the left side. And timeout for Bellefontaine. We'll take a 30-second break here as well. It is 9-1. Raiders leading the Chieftains on 98.1 FM, 5070 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
Crayex really is Piqua.
Crayex is a company built on integrity, dedication, honesty, and service. At Crayex, it truly is all about the people. Founded by Cliff Alexander in 1972, Crayex has been proudly supporting our community for over 50 years. Good life begins with a good company.
Join the team of dedicated workers and become a part of the Crayex family today.
Out of the timeout is called by the Chieftains of Bellefontaine. Bellefontaine down 9-1. They have the ball. Out front with the ball is Braylon Newcomb. Newcomb comes sideline right to Stoley. Stoley with a right hand dribble. Takes it down to the wing. Brings it back out. He is going to throw it down on the baseline where it's picked up by Grayson Lotz. First time we have mentioned him. Now Stoley. Stoley inside the arc. Back outside the arc. Goes to Jair Monday. Around to Jacob Sire. Sire, sidestep dribble. Now into the center logo. Drives it left of the lane. He'll pull up. Use glass and in.
Incredible
Jacob
shot.
Sire.
Incredible shot right there under intense defensive pressure.
9-3. First points for Sire. Ball is saved by Jackson Grosjean. Out now for York. And we're going to have a foul called here. This will be the first whistled against the Chieftains. And that's just going to go against Braylon Newcomb. Ball to be inbounded to the right of the Rushi basket. Into the right corner they go. Benjamin York locks it up and in. He gets the two-pointer.
After this made basket, Tom, here comes the press. They're getting in, picking it up about three-quarter court. Going to look to trap that first dribble.
Braylon Newcomb scoops a pass over. Top of the key. Now back out for Stoley. They look underneath. Cut a pass out. Stoley to the line, to the lane, to the hoop. Lays it up and in. Patrick Stoley in the hook. And it's 11-5. We had 4 minutes to go in the first period. Into the forecourt it comes. With it, Braylon Cordonier. Holding high. Francis. Down into the corner. Back and over. Got the ball there for Benjamin York. He can't get the shot to fall. Now there's a long lead pass down. Laid up and in by Patrick Stoley. He's got 4, and the lead is now cut to 4 at 11-7. 3:36 left to go. First quarter. Into the forecourt. Jackson Grosjean. Now Braylon Cordonier throws the ball away. Picked up on the run by Jair Monday. He puts one up too strong, and then the ball is knocked out of bounds right into the hands of a waiting Dominic Francis.
Tom, Bellefontaine playing with a lot of poise here under some really intense defensive pressure.
Zeb Schultze comes out of the game as in for the first time, Cooper Unverford. Working it right of the lane, into the right corner. Here's a shot for 3, hit by C.J. Butler just into the game. And for C.J. Butler, he's a 44% trey shooter. 1-point game now, 11-10. Chieftains have climbed back after having trailed big early on. With it, York. York plays it up and in. Benjamin York with 4 points. The 6'4" senior guard. Now at the other end. And this has been a shooting contest to be sure. As Patrick Stolle now has 6 points. And it's 13-13. Now looking, top of the key, over on the left side for Jackson Grosjean. He'll drive it in on the baseline, rim it around it in. Jackson Grosjean, he's got 5 points. And it's 15-13. Well, so far it has been a shooting clinic for these two teams. Braylon Newcomb does some tricky dribbling, tries to get out of a crowd. Hands off, Salyer with a right-hand dribble. He'll take it in. He's struck with it, but he's fouled. Jacob Salyer goes to the free throw line, and he's a 75% free throw shooter.
Tommy, I tell you, one thing that Bellefontaine is doing that's excellent against a team like Russia is they're able to get a gap, dribble through it, go to the basket. Their bigs are getting in a little bit of foul trouble.
Bends the knees, eyes it, flies it, rims it, no. Sub coming in, A.J. Conaway, a sophomore forward at 6'3", and he is going to replace Mr. Monday. 15-13, our score. One more free throw coming up for Jacob Salyer. Salyer toes the right shoe right there on the line. Spins the ball back in his hands. Brings the left foot a little bit closer to the line. Now on its way. That one is good. 3 points for Jacob Salyer. And it's 15-14, a 1-point lead for Russia. Nearing 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Walking it up the middle, Braylon Cordonier. Cordonier standing in the center logo. Now looks sideline left for Grosjean. Grosjean on the bounce, inside. Got it to Cordonier, who puts it up and in from the right block.
Had a mismatch there, and they were able to get Cordonier on a little guard.
Ball almost knocked away. Now it is knocked away. It is taken and laid in by Grosjean. He's got 7 points, and it's 19-14, a 5-point lead for the Russia Raiders. 1 minute, 25 seconds to go here in period number 1. Losing the ball into the backcourt. It's going to be, let's see, it is going to be a timeout call here by Bellefontaine. And I thought the way he went over after that ball that it would have been over backs if he controls it. But that's not what they say, and nobody's arguing it.
And a 30-second timeout here.
Some of our TV sponsors, Lemon Meringue Floral Boutique, Atlanta Sportswear, Bits and Pieces, and Crayex Corporation. And we'd like to thank some of our tournament sponsors here, Joe Toma Jewelers, Park National Bank, Father Hubbard Cupboards, Nick Lumpkins, Auto Body, Piqua Manor, and the Birch Tree.
Tom, both teams here, Bellefontaine showing a little weakness early, but they stayed with it. They played with a lot of poise, were patient offensively, waited for their opportunities against a really tough Russia defense.
Now to inbound the ball. They double team the intended inbound receiver, and then the ball is out of bounds, and it is going to be off Bellefontaine. So Russia with a 5-point lead. It had gotten down to just the 1 point. Minute 12 to go in this first period. Prodding the ball right up the middle, Braylon Cordonier. Comes left side for Grosjean. Back out on the left wing for York. York drives it down the lane, puts it off the glass, and in Benjamin York.
Tom, for a big guy, he is good off the dribble. He catches it out there at the high post. He's going to the hole.
With the ball into the forecourt. Braylon Newcomb. They work it around onto the near side. Patrick Stoller, sidestep dribble. Top of the key. Jair Monday back into the game. Jair Monday, he'll drive it in. He's having trouble finding the hole this time. Rebound, Russia into the left corner. With it, Benjamin York. The ball is up and in. 23-14.
Benjamin York having a good first quarter here.
Absolutely. As the ball almost knocked away, but picked up by Patrick Stolle. 9 seconds to go in the period. They look. Monday with it. Monday going to shoot for 3. Off the iron, no. Rebound. Cleared by Zeb Schultze. And they don't even take the final shot. 1 minute is our break time coming up here with the Raiders leading the Chiefs 23-14 on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation station.
We just sold our house with Kathy Haney.
And there is nobody else that we would rather use than Kathy Haney.
She helped me find the house I didn't think I would be able to find. It's just what I was looking for, and I'm delighted with it.
We just wanted to thank Kathy and the team for all the hard work that they did on the property that we just purchased.
Remax and Kathy Henny did a great job selling my house.
We have worked with Kathy for over 2 decades. We would absolutely recommend her to anyone that we considered a friend or family or cared about, because if you go to her, you're going to get the best. It's that simple.
All we can say is thank you, Kathy, for selling another property for us. We couldn't be more pleased. When you hire the best, you get the best.
Beginning our second period of play here. Ruschi with a 23-14 lead on Bellefontaine. Bellefontaine with the ball. They dish it on underneath. Nice play that time as they got the ball underneath. Getting the basket is Sawyer. He's got 5 and is 23. As the ball is knocked out of bounds at the other end. It is going to be off of Bellefontaine.
Going to play man-to-man on that out of bounds there. They're keeping a lot of pressure on all the pass receivers.
Lobbed in, getting the ball right there to Benjamin York. He's got 8 points, and it's 25-16, a 9-point lead for the Raiders. New player into the game again, C.J. Butler. Butler sends it down on the baseline for Grayson Lotz.
They're going to call a jump ball.
And on the possession arrow, it belongs to Ruschi. They lead at 25-16. Trotting the ball up. Vince Borchers got a couple of quick fouls in this one, so he sat out much of that first quarter. Back in here in the second. Nice backdoor to Jackson Grosjean. He's got, according to my book, 9 points.
9 points.
And it's 27-16 once again. It's 11-point lead for Ruschi. Ruschi, who has to be the overwhelming favorite to take this whole tournament. The ball is out of bounds off the mitt of Benjamin York as he was just to the near side of the opponent's basket. We're going to see the ball inbounded coming up here by Braylon Newcomb.
Tom, certainly with the senior-laden lineup that Ruschi has, they're going to be the favorite in a lot of games.
Here's a ball put up and in from there in the lane once again. Jacob Sawyer got him for 9 points now. And it's 27-18. Ruschi with the ball. Driving it down the lane, cutting it off. Here's Cordonier. Can't get the ball to fall. Rebound tapped around. Second try, no good. That by Dominic Francis, and then on the rebound, there's going to be a foul. And on that stickback try, Vince Borchers is going to go to the line to shoot a couple of them. That's the first foul here of the period, and that is going to be whistled against Jacob Sawyer, his first. First free throw, good. Vince Borchers, this is just Ruschi, a very sound, fundamental team.
Boy, are they ever. They just don't make many mistakes.
One more for Borchers. Off the front of the iron, no. Ball tipped around. Picked up by Jair Monday. He brings it right up the middle. He stops on the near wing. Almost lost the ball. Throws it underneath. Throws it right into the hands of Zeb Schultze. Schultze then looks to get the ball ahead, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last to touch it with Jacob Sawyer. So keeping possession of the ball will be the Ruschi Raiders. The inbound. Vince Borchers to the right of his basket. Lobs it in with it. Dominic Francis looking back out. Cordonier. Now to Grosjean. Grosjean, one bounce. Cordonier into the lane. Pulls up for 10. Off the flange, no. Ball tipped around. Stick back. Put up and in for the guy who took the original shot, Braylon Cordonier.
He is tough in the paint. When he catches it down there, something good's going to happen.
30-18. Raiders leading the Chieftains. 5:43 left to go here in the period. And then at the other end, Braylon Newcomb just lost control of the ball. Wasn't forced into that one at all. Just kind of lost concentration there for a minute. Ball goes out of bounds, and Rushi gets it. 5:40 left to go.
Coach Cordonier really getting on his group about allowing so much dribble penetration.
Vince Borchers trots it up right through the center logo. Goes at the right elbow to Cordonier. And the ball is going to be out of bounds. Less touched by Benjamin York. Well, you know, two of the teams in this tournament played in the regional finals last year. Not going to happen this year because all four of the teams here in this tournament, they are in different divisions. As the ball is stolen away, Vince Borchers will lay it up and in. Vince Borchers got him for 6 points. And it's 32-18. Ball down on the right side, laying it up and in is Emerson Clement. He's just into the ball game and easily gets 2. 12-point lead now for Rushi. Vince Borchers looks for a pick, backs it out outside the arc. Now goes down on that right baseline. Ball put up and in by Francis. Dominic Francis with 4 points. And it's 34-20. 4:40 left to go, first half. Into the right corner it goes for Sire. Sire had the ball knocked out of his hand. Getting a hand on it that time with Benjamin York.
Tom Rushi got such active hands defensively. Somebody comes out on the dribble, they're in there digging at the ball with their hands. And they've got some really big numbers now as far as deflections go.
Seb Schultze back into the game now for Rushi. With the ball, Monday trying to drive on the baseline, cut off there. Out to Patrick Stoley. Stoley into the center logo. Jacob Sire takes a couple of dribbles to his left, now comes to the right. Drives it down onto the right block, throws it back out. Clement with it. And now Sire, he'll pull up. 4-3, nails it. Jacob Sire got him for 12 points. Yep. And it's 34-23, back within 11.
And Bellefontaine dropped it back into a 2-3 zone, Tom.
Here's York in the cylinder, rattles out. Borchers with the stick back. He can't get it to go, but he's fouled. Vince Borchers will go to the line. He's got 6 points. And the foul is going to be whistled against Patrick Stoley, his first. And the team's second. Rushi has been yet to be whistled here in the second period. First free throw is good by Vince Borchers. Some of the other folks bringing you this game. Allie and Gradle. First choice, Paint and Body. Jameson and Yannisy Funeral Home and Sunset Meats. One more free throw is good for Borchers. He's got 8. And it's 36-23. Back into the game will come Jackson Grosjean. Working the ball up slowly. It's Jacob Sire. Sire now picks up speed. Goes to the left wing. Now brings it to the right side. Top of the key Monday. Monday to the left elbow. He'll shoot for there and hit for 2.
He's been looking for it. He's been looking to see it go in the basket. That might start something with him.
Averages 13 points a game, shoots 52% from the field, and finally hit one there, 36-25. And then a steal at the other end. Down with it. Here is another 2-pointer. This one put in by Stoley. He's got 8 points, and it's 36-27. Suddenly it's down into single digits. Looking with it, Schultze. Schultze into the left corner. Grosjean can't get it to fall. Skips the rim. Ball goes to the right corner, and a foul.
They're going to call timeout.
Okay, timeout called here. We'll take a timeout as well. 36-27. The Raiders leading the Chieftains on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW.
Bits and Pieces in downtown Piqua is rolling up the ice cream. How about their world-famous Coney dogs? They've got those too. At Bits and Pieces, the flavor combinations for your rolled ice creams are endless. There's no better place in town to grab a Coney dog and some ice cream than Bits and Pieces in downtown Piqua. The kids will love watching them make their favorite creations. Don't forget to use your Spirit cards at checkout for 25% off your order. Bits and Pieces, 122 High Street in Piqua.
Here on the Friday portion of our program, Russia with a 36-27 lead on Bellefontaine. Later on, it'll be Troy Christian against homestanding Piqua in the second semifinal game. Cordonia, as they work it around, Grosjean in the lane, puts it up, bounces it around, drops it on through. 11 points for Jackson Grosjean. 5'9" junior guard, and it's 38-27. With the ball out front is Newcomb. Newcomb with left-hand dribble, drives it left of the lane, scoops it off on the right side to Stoley. Stoley, his shot, no. Ball tipped around, finally, it is picked up by Schultze. Schultze on the outlet, gets it to Grosjean. Grosjean through the center logo with a right-hand dribble, skipping dribble, as he looks over on sideline right. Find York. Backing around it goes. Schultze at the left elbow. They look down on the baseline. Cordoni with a flat shot. Nothing but net.
Tom, I tell you, he is a talented young man. He can play out. He can score close to the basket. An excellent defender. I mean, he's got the tools.
He's got 9 points. With the ball down low, Jacob Salyers. Salyers scoops it off. Onto the right side, gets it for C.J. Butler. He's got 5 points, and it's 40-29. 1:40 left to go here in the opening half. Cross-court pass to Schultze. Grosjean, top of the key. Now looking, left side. York under the baseline. Cordonia to York. York pulls up from 8, too strong. Rebound. Comes out to Stoley. Stoley looks, left corner, shot taken, that no good. This time by C.J. Butler. Grosjean on the right side. Looks down in the right corner for York. Cordonier. Some good passing down there in the corner, and then a bad pass, which is picked away there by Sawyer. Down it goes. Missing the layup is C.J. Butler. Cordonier from the left corner. He's going to nail for 3. Cordonier got him for 12 points. We've got a timeout here. 43-29. The Raiders leading the Chieftains. So we will keep it right here. Some of our radio sponsors. Piqua Furniture Company. Moore's Comfort System. Piqua Battery and Family Farm and Home. Tom Michaels, Jeff Dillon here. Our officials tonight, if we didn't tell you before, Nicholas Swink, Steve Marshall, and Kevin Ford. Last year's tournament, Russia beat Troy Christian 64-39 in the first game, and then won the championship with a win 84-45 over Meadowdale. This is the first time that we have seen the Bellefontaine Chieftains here in this tournament, and I have to tell you that this is the last of these tournaments that we're going to be having here during the holiday season at Piqua.
Right now, Bellefontaine, I mean, they're hanging in there tough. They've just got to keep their patience, keep the poise that they've been playing with, and just pass the ball and not make mistakes.
Sawyer on the bounce for Monday. Monday holding high, looks in the left corner. Now underneath, Sawyer loses control of the ball, and it is going to be off of Rushi. To inbound, left of the basket, Braylon Newcomb on the lob in. Gets it in there for Sawyer. The ball is knocked around, finally picked up by Stoling. Now Sawyer, top of the key. With a right-hand dribble, backs it out into the center logo. He works there against York. Drives it, left of the lane. Cuts it off into the left corner. Now, into the right corner it goes. Shot taken, C.J. Butler can't get that one. As at the buzzer, almost a good shot that time by Braylon Cordonia. We have played our first half of the first of our 2 varsity games here on the Friday portion of our program. And the Russia Raiders have a 43-29 lead on Bellefontaine on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW.
Lemon Meringue is a floral boutique and plant shop located at 120 North Main Street in Piqua. Need flowers for your wedding, funeral, a baby shower, or a special event? Lemon Meringue has you covered. Lemon Meringue is open Tuesday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Friday from 10 a.m. to 4, Saturday 10 a.m. to 2, and they're closed Sunday and Monday. For more information, call 937-726-0451 or visit them on Facebook. Mention this ad at checkout to receive 10% off your boutonniere or corsage for the school dance. Lemon Meringue is located at 120 North Main Street in Piqua. We are thrilled to announce the grand opening of our outlet store at Atlantis Sportswear. As a family-owned and operated business since 1986, we are excited to offer factory direct pricing on a wide selection of t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, and more. Our store will be open on the first Friday and Saturday of every month, as well as other selected days that can be found on our Facebook page. Not only will you find your favorite Piqua Indians items, but we will also have items from our resort brand Unsalted Coast. Come visit us and take advantage of amazing deals on high quality sportswear. We can't wait to see you there.
And welcome back to the Garbage Gymnasium. Tom Michaels, Jeff Dillon at halftime of our first game. Russia Raiders leading the Chieftains of Bellefontaine 43-29. And Jeff, as we looked at that, they came out, both teams were shooting very well early on, but the Russia Raiders, as I said, there is just no flaw that I can find in their game. Meanwhile, at the other end, the problem I saw was their leading scorer, Jeremy, only had 2 points, and their second leading scorer, Braylon Newcomb, only had 1.
Yeah, the scouting report, you can tell they've got 2 people close enough to touch them wherever they go. Russia's done their homework and doing a good job so far. They're running people off the three-point line. They've taken away that threat, and it is working well.
As some of our TV sponsors, Lemon Meringue Floral Boutique, Atlanta Sportswear, Bits and Pieces, Crayex Corporation, This and That's Candy on Main, Kathy Henney, Dick Lumpkins, Harmony Systems, Edison State, Roberts Brothers Comfort, Dr. Littlejohn, Little Caesars, and Buffalo Wings and Rings. Taking a look at the very unofficial scoring here for Bellefontaine. Patrick Stoley had him for 8 points. Jair Monday had just 2. Grayson Lotz, well, he's another one. He didn't score at all. 1 point for Braylon Newcomb, 12 for Jacob Salyer. Conaway did not score, 2 for Jamison Clement, and C.J. Butler with 5. For the Russia Raiders, Jackson Grosjean had 11 points, 4 for Dominic Francis. Zeb Schultze, he was shut out, 8 points for Vince Borchers. Benjamin York with 8 and 12 for Braylon Cordonier. At the half, it is 43-29. Raiders, Russia leading the Chieftains 43-29. Coming up tomorrow, again, we'll have both games for you. The consolation at 4 o'clock and the championship game at 5:30. Hope you'll join us for that. And we're not done with football yet because we carry Ohio State football. And the Buckeyes are not done. They're going to be taking on Oregon in the Rose Bowl coming up on New Year's Day. That is scheduled for a 5 o'clock kickoff. And we are the Miami County home for Buckeye football, WPTW. For these two teams, Bellefontaine came in here. They lost their first 2 games of the year, but they have won their last 3. It's the first time, as I mentioned, in the tournament. For Russia, they have just been pretty much stomping everybody. St. Henry, Fairlawn, Botkins, Jackson Center, Minster, Houston, and Coldwater. That's how you get to a 7-0 record, 4-0 in the SCAL. Last year, as we mentioned, they were 27-2. We had the privilege of carrying both of their tournament games, and it should be interesting because I don't believe that they and Richmond Heights are in the same division anymore.
No, and you know, Tom, the thing that Coach Cordonier's got to feel good about is he's going from, he's been all year, but he's got a senior lineup. Most of his players, over a quarter of his lineup, they're all seniors. They're guys who have experience and are coming off of a really good team last year.
So, we're going to take a 2-minute break. Russia leading Bellefontaine 43-29 on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
Come join 36 Skate Club, Miami County's family roller skating rink for lots of fun and great exercise. Birthdays are great on roller skates, whether it's a private or in-session party. Check out their website at 36skateclub.com to book your birthday party or company event online. Plus, bring the family out for dinner in their newly renovated cafe for stone oven pizzas, fries, chicken tenders, plus a whole lot more. Did you know that 36 Skate Club offers skate lessons for all ages? Roller skating is a great activity for the whole family. 36 Skate Club is located at 4845 West US Route 36 in Piqua. They are open Thursday 6:30 to 9:30, Friday 1 to 3 and 7 to 10, Saturday 1 to 3 and 7 to 10, and Sunday 2 to 5.
For years, we've continued to lose our best and brightest students to other universities. They're going off to major in fields like business, education, nursing, and engineering, even taking classes online. And they couldn't be happier. We couldn't be happier either. After all, that's how we planned it. With Edison State's Bridge to Bachelor's degree program, you can get your 2-year degree and core classes at Edison State and then easily transfer to a state school. Save thousands of dollars and get the same great education with Edison State.
Got a bump? Call Lump. Dick Lumpkin's Auto Body.
Welcome back to the Garby Gymnasium. Just about ready to start our third period of play of the first of our varsity games today of this final Piqua WPTW holiday tournament. This thing has gone on for a long time. I've had a chance to be involved with a whole bunch of them over the last 12 years or so. And it's been certainly fun. It has been worthwhile giving out the scholarship prizes to the various athletes. We'll be doing that tomorrow between games. Myself and Chip Hare, athletic director here at Piqua High School. Good crowd on hand here for this first game. Those Ritchie people, they really do travel extremely well. Not a bad crowd over here either on the Bellefontaine side. 43-29. Ritchie with the lead as we get ready for the third period. Ritchie looking for their 8th win of the year. Meanwhile, Bellefontaine, who has only played some 5 games coming into this one, they're looking for their 4th victory of the year. Bellefontaine with the ball to begin this second half. They'll be shooting the basket to our left with it Stoley down to Mundy. Mundy inside the arc. He'll take a couple of bounces, put it off the flange. No. Rebound cleared. Actually cleared by Dominic Francis. Has fallen to his back was Vince Borchers. Borchers down to York. York inside the arc. Back to Borchers. Borchers in the lane. Throws it up from the left side. No. Dominic Francis tries to stick it back up. Can't do so. Rebound taken by Bellefontaine. They bring it up to the center logo with Jacob Salyer. Salyer's going to be fouled by Dominic Francis. And they're going to call him. They called that an intentional foul?
No, they didn't call it intentional, but that
what does this mean?
What he was, it looks like that's what he was signaling.
Well, not sure about that.
That went off the official.
Ball almost knocked into the backcourt. The ball is thrown ahead. Stoley has it knocked away from him, getting a hand on it. Braylon Cordonier on the far side of the court. Ball to be inbounded here by Braylon Newcomb. He throws it down. Salyer left of the lane. On a fadeaway, puts it up. It's on the rim, drops on through. Jacob Salyer continues with his hot shooting. He's got 14 points, 43-31. Just over a minute gone in the third period. Looking around, here is Cordonier. Throws it inside to Francis, who jams it home with 2 hands.
Boy, a back pick that picked the top of that 2-3 zone, and he went unintended to the untouched.
6 points now for Dominic Francis, 45-31. In the center logo, Braylon Newcomb. Newcomb from sideline left to Stoley. Patrick Stoley. Just top of the key. Now they try and throw it down the lane. It's going to be out of bounds off of Ritchie. Now back into the game. Guy who played pretty well there in that first half. C.J. Butler, the sophomore guard, 5'11", averages 8.7 points. Newcomb to inbound to the right of the basket. Does. Salyer, 4-3. Nice. Drains it. 17 points for Jacob Salyer. Now at the other end, here is a block on a try by Braylon Cordonier, who was sailing through the lane. But he's going to go to the free throw line coming up here. Braylon Cordonier, I have him as 1 of 1 from the line and 12 points on the evening. First free throw, nothing but net. 13 points for he. And now let's see who's coming out of the ball game. It is going to be Francis. Francis comes out. Catch how many fouls he's got on him right now. 1 more coming up here for Braylon Cordonier. And he makes that one as well. 14 points for Braylon Cordonier. And it's 47-34. Prodding the ball up, now slowing it up. That's Newcomb. Newcomb into the forecourt, double team, drives it left of the lane, cuts it back out. Here's Monday, short with a try from 8. Then he puts his own ball back up and in. Jacob Monday now with 4 points, and it's 47-36, 11-point lead for Ritchie. Grosjean on left wing. Goes right wing. They go in now. Cordonia. He put one up, partially blocked. York can't get it to go. Then the stick back, but up and in. I believe that's Cordonia got it.
Yep.
And he's got 16. 49-36. 5:28 left to go. Third period. Here's Newcomb. Pulls up. Puts it way too strong for the right block. Rebound down. And try to save it by Cordonia. It goes right into the hands of one of the Bellefontaine players. Here's Salyer. Pulls up from 10. No. Ball is tipped around. Finally, corralled by Zeb Schultze. Cordonia back to York. York tries to throw one across court. Ball almost knocked away, but it's picked up by Grosjean. Now Grosjean is going to shoot for three from the left wing. No. Deep rebound comes out. And we're going to have a foul.
That foul is on Newcomb, I believe.
Yep. Newcomb, his second foul, second on the team. Baseline right will be where Vince Borchers will inbound this ball. Francis comes back into the ball game. Francis thought about a three. No. Cuts it out, just barely into the center logo to Grosjean. Now to Cordonia. Cordonia just puts it up with a nice little glide in the lane.
Tom,
He's got 18 points.
And he is just scoring at will when he catches the ball.
51-36. 4:25 to go in the third. Here's Newcomb. Goes underneath. Trying to force the ball up and in, and successful is Clement. He's got 4. 51-38. Trotting the ball up the middle. It'll come with Vince Borchers. Grosjean. Deep right wing. Looks back out. Finds Schultze. Now Borchers. Borchers. One dribble. They'll work it. Top of the key now for Grosjean. Back to Borchers. Borchers looking out. Cordonia down in the left corner. Borchers drives it right of the lane. Puts it up. No. But he's going to be fouled.
Such a tremendous patience. Ball movement is just almost flawless.
Vince Borchers has 8 points in the game, and he's going to try and get a couple of more here from the line. He had 20 points in their game against Jackson Center. Big score tonight has been Braylon Cordonia. He's got 18. First free throw is Vince Borchers. He's got 9. That was 3 fouls now against Bellefontaine.
And Tom, just very balanced scoring now through the entire Russia lineup.
Borchers misses that next free throw. Rebound cleared by Braylon Newcomb. Newcomb brings it up himself on a left-hand dribble, switches to the right. Down the lane he goes, cuts it in the left corner. Here's Clement. He can't get it to go. Rebound cleared out. Grosjean. Now off the Borchers. Borchers drives it in. Off the glass. Puts it up and in. Vince Borchers. He's got 11 points. 54-38. Rushi with the lead. Timeout is called. We'll take a 30-second break here on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
Buffalo Wings and Rings in Piqua is located at 989 East Ash Street. They have 45 TVs to watch all the live sports that you could imagine and offer a wide variety of food options. From burgers to wings, nachos, and yes, the pretzel bites, there's something for everybody. Stop by the Piqua Wings and Rings location before the game to get fueled up for the competition and after for the celebration.
The two teams are making their way back out here onto the court. after the timeout. To inbound the ball, we're going to see Grayson Lotz. We have not seen him play a whole lot in this ball game. He averages 6 points a game. Hadn't scored in this one thus far. Mundy, top of the key. Goes over. Salyer. Back to Mundy. Mundy down on the right side of the lane. He'll put one off the side of the iron. Ball picked up off the floor by Francis. Francis on the outlet. Bringing it up. They look over in the right corner for York, who hits for a three.
Wow. I tell you, it is just almost a clinic to watch when you watch Rushi on the offensive end.
Then at the other end, ball coming up. Here's stolen away and put up and in by Francis. He's got 8. And it's 59-38. 21-point lead, largest that we have seen tonight, with 2:27 to go here in the third period. Ball thrown into the backcourt. It was tipped, they say. So bringing it ahead is Salyer. Salyer, right of the lane. Almost lost control of it. Double team. Now he finds a teammate with the ball. Here is Newcomb, and away from the ball, we get a whistle. And it's going to be an offensive foul here against Bellefontaine. And that foul is going to be called against Jer Mundy. Mundy, that is his second, team's fourth.
Yep. Boy, just frustrating when you have just an offensive avalanche that Bellefontaine has had to deal with here. I mean, Rushi is just able to score just about anywhere. But the thing about them also in this third quarter throughout the game is I bet they've got 25 deflections, if not more. They're getting hands in, tipping the ball from everywhere.
And subs coming in here. A.J. Conaway is back into the ball game. Also back into the ball game, Patrick Stoley, I think, came in. Here on the baseline, ball is put up and in once again. York. He's got 13 and a 61-38. Stoley down into the right corner, brings it back out. Looking on the pass, that's where he finds Conaway. Conaway over to Lotz. Lotz to Mundy. Mundy top of the key. He'll get it off. Stoley puts up an air ball three. 61-38 with a minute 30 left to go in this one, and we've got another timeout being called by Bellefontaine. Again, I'd like to thank the folks who are allowing us to bring you these games. Joe Toma Jewelers, Park National Bank, Father Hubbard Cupboard, Dick Lumpkins, Autobot, Piqua Manor, and the Birch Tree. Immediately following this game, we will have the second of our semifinals. That'll be Troy Christian against Piqua. Hope you'll stay with us for that. Games tomorrow. Following the games involving the JVs, which will see Piqua taking on Bellefontaine, and then Rushi against Troy Christian. We'll have our two varsity games on Saturday at 4 and 5:30. 5:30 game, that'll probably slide a little bit because we always put the times a little bit too close together there. And we'll have the awarding of the scholarships in between. So we'll be looking forward to that. No pressure put on the ball as we come out of the timeout, and Rushi brings it up with a right-hand dribble through the center logo is Vince Borchers. Borchers inside the arc. Now looking, York to Cordonier. Back to York on the baseline. They go. New player into the game. That's Landon Monin. His first action. Ball tipped around. Finally, it is corralled by Conaway. A.J. Conaway. Down to Stoley. Stoley. To the right-hand dribble. Goes to the right side. Conaway on the baseline. Cut off on the right block. Borchers doing a good job. Ball stolen away. Back the other way it goes. Deacon his man in the air. Can't get the shot to fall. That's Borchers.
And that's going to go against Bellefontaine, I believe.
And
nope, going to go against Piqua. Or excuse me, go against Rushi.
Well, he got 34 up there on the board, which would be Landon Monin. Into the forecourt here. Stoley goes into the left corner. With it there is Conaway. Yep. Stepping in front, Vince Borchers. Borchers slows it up now through the logo. 20 seconds to go in the third. 61-38. Ruschi leading Bellefontaine.
See if they run that lob play again to get it inside.
Looking over on the left side. Schultze finds York. York in the lane. York puts it up. York with the score. He's got 15. We have played 3 here at the Garber Gymnasium. 63-38. Ruschi leading Bellefontaine on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation Station.
Dr. Littlejohn believes that clear vision begins with regular comprehensive eye exams. His friendly and professional staff will make you feel welcome in his office located at 8090 Looney Road. With our great selection of stylish eyewear, our licensed opticians will help you pick the perfect pair of glasses. Dr. Littlejohn participates in many vision plans. Call us at 937-606-2772 to schedule your next eye exam. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Go Pick One!
Ruschi's ball to begin this final period. They lead at 63-38 on Bellefontaine. With the ball, Vince Borchers as the Raiders shoot to the basket to our right. Looking around to Grosjean into the corner for Cordonier. Cordonier drives it in the lane, flips it up with the right hand and in. Raylan Cordonier now with 20 points and 65-38.
And is that young man having that young man is just having a night for himself.
At the other end, here's Salyer. Took it to the elbow. They'll work it around. Newcomb for 3. He hits it. Braylon Newcomb, his first basket of the game. He's got 4 points. And a 65-41, 24-point lead for Ruschi, who adds to it now. And that was Cordonier.
Wow. He's
23 points on the three-pointer.
Yep, he's out there. Nobody's guarding him, so he's like, I'll shoot it.
Shot taken, no good. Put up there by C.J. Butler. At the other end, here's Ruschi. They're going to be short with that one. Newcomb the rebound. He's on the run. Newcomb flips it up behind his head. No, can't get it to go. Ball into the corner. It's going to be off of Ruschi last. And the ball belongs to Bellefontaine. Bellefontaine is going to inbound the ball fairly deep down in the corner. Jamison Clement now comes back into the ball game and will replace Jair Monday, who has just 4 points in this contest. 6:41 to go. On the bounce, Salyer with it, back by the timeline. Salyer, left hand dribble, switches to the right. Switches dribbles as he drives it toward the middle from 14 feet, can't get it to go. It's short with it, ball comes out. At the other end, York. York puts one up, well off on that one. Rebound comes down. Again, Cordonier for 3. Give him 26 points.
Man, I'm telling you, who's guarding that guy? He is getting way too many open looks here.
71-41 now with 6:08 to go. Trotting it up, Newcomb off the Salyer between the circles. Brings it left side. Off now for Butler. Butler will shoot. No. Short with that one. Lead pass down here. It eludes the man intended to catch it, Dominic Francis.
Maybe in the first quarter when he still had some air, maybe he could have caught up with that. But it was, and he was pumping. He was trying to get to it. But just enough.
Now we're going to have subs coming in here. Landon Monin, as well as Cooper Underford. Out of the ball game is Braylon Cordonia. It's a nice hand. Also, coming out of the ball game is Dominic Francis, who had 8.
Got a 30-point lead here, too, for the Raiders.
Into the forecourt. Newcomb between the circles. Takes it to a deep right wing. Backs it back out. Now drives it down toward the corner. Out on left wing. Shot put up. No good by Sire. Ball tipped out. Borchers with it. It's Borchers. Using glassing in. Using the good old-fashioned banking board. 13 points for Borchers. 73-41. 5:20 to go. Into the forecourt. Braylon Newcomb. Looks on the pass. Looks over on the side. C.J. Butler. They work it around. Sire left wing. Sire against Borchers. As the ball is almost knocked away, and it is going to be out of bounds off C.J. Butler. So again, good defense here. That time by Jackson Grosjean. And we're going to see more subs coming up here. As coming out of the ball game for Rushi, that's going to be Vince Borchers. And coming in for him, well, Umberfirth was already in there. Who are we missing? I'll try and pick that one up. Well, Grosjean with the ball. Now looking. Around it comes. Onto the baseline they go. With it, Cooper Umberfirth. Ball put up and in by York. He's got 17. And timeout is called. And we'll see. I think the timeout, as much as anything, is to get subs into the ball game with 4:38 to go and a 75-41 lead. Coming out of the brief stoppage there very quickly, Bellefontaine Chieftains.
Boy, Tom, Bellefontaine, they played a solid game, but boy, if they run into a buzzsaw here with Rushi.
And once again, 41 points. I'm not going to win you a whole lot of ball games. With the ball up top, C.J. Butler. Butler loses control of the ball. Picking it up. That's Zeb Borchers. Zeb Borchers will lay it in. He's got 2 points. 77-41. Into the forecourt. Butler again. Butler off to Conaway. Conaway uses up the dribble, holding high. Bounces it down low. And we're going to have a foul here. And that foul is going to go against Grosjean. First foul against Jackson Grosjean, and the first against the team, and he's going to come out of the ball game. Into the ball game, first time, Micah Greshot, 6'3" senior. Ball to be inbounded by Stoley. Goes to Sawyer, takes it inside the arc, back outside the arc, into the corner left side. Now up top for Lotz. Back into the corner. Butler. Butler to Sawyer. Sawyer on right wing. Sawyer takes it down on the baseline. Scoops it back out. They look off for Stoley. Stoley on the left wing. He'll go across for Conaway. Conaway in a two-man game with Stoley. The ball is loose on the floor. Finally, it is picked up by Lotz, and then his pass is thrown away. Picking it up, down the other way it goes with Micah Greshot. Ball taken by Bellefontaine. And right now, this is looking like a bad day for the Walendas. There are people all over the place, and pretty much a scramble. Well, the clock is continuing to roll here. 77-41 our score. Another sub coming in here for Bellefontaine. Jamison Clement coming in, and he replaces Jacob Sawyer, who had a nice game. I have him for 17 points. Yep. So a lot of guys who don't always get a lot of time are out there now with a Caleb Underfirth. Off for Greshot. Now to Plyman. Some of these are names that we saw last year.
Yes,
but
they are.
But sometimes, with these teams, could be a brother who's just coming up here.
Yep.
That we remember the last name. Down the other way, Butler lays it up and in. C.J. Butler now with 7 points and 77-43, 2:10 left in our ball game. Almost an over and back with it. Caleb Underfirth looks sideline left.
Coach Kirby
Now
here telling his group, just run offense. We don't need to be in a hurry. We got a huge lead.
Landon Modern comes near side for Zeb Borchers. Zeb Borchers will put one up. It's going to be short. He tries to save it from going out of bounds. He's unsuccessful. And into the ball game now. This guy tried to put the starting lineup. Mattis Gobo coming in here for the first time. He's a sophomore, junior. Well, let me try that again. He's a shooting guard and a junior. My, just aren't what they used to be. Butler cuts the ball off onto the right side. Shot taken, missed by Jamison Clement. Bringing the ball up on the right side. With it, Micah Greshop. Greshop on the handoff. That's where he found Flyman. Now Gabo. He finds one Zeb Borchers. 43 seconds to go.
Now, Tom, the impressive thing here is you're looking at the backside of the bench for Russia, and these kids are executing at the same level as the starters. I mean, just a well-run program.
And nobody is taking crazy shots here.
They're not.
They're not trying to rub Bellefontaine's nose into anything. Looking on the baseline and then losing the ball out of bounds is Greshop. That was going to be a tough pass, and the bounce passes would be very tough for him to get. Now with the clock still running, this is going to do it. And we have played our entire ball game here. Russia with a 77-43 win over Bellefontaine. So it'll be Russia as one of the championship teams contending tomorrow night. Bellefontaine will play in the consolation game. Consolation game at 4. Championship game scheduled for 5:30. And we are going to be back after this timeout with the final scoring on this one. Final comments. Final score 77-43. Russia over Bellefontaine. Another game coming up for you here on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW.